So, I've been playing Metroid Samus Returns, and I'm liking it a lot. My relationship with the Metroid franchise is a little strange, to say the least. So I love Metroid very much, but I really have only played, at least for a significant amount of time, the Metroid Prime series and then also Other M. I haven't really played the 2D games all that much besides touching a few of them here and there. When I was younger, I saw Metroid and Super Metroid and all those games, but I never really had an interest in them. It wasn't until later that I heard people talking about these games in a different light that I gained an appreciation for them. And it's weird how that appreciation becomes a love for a series that I've never actually played to completion. So Metroid Samus Returns is a remake, reimagining, retelling, re-something of the Game Boy game Metroid 2 Return of Samus. That's a game I've never played on a console I've never owned. So this is my first time playing any form of this game. I don't have any special nostalgia for it or whatever, so it's a fresh experience. Even without the nostalgia, I can still appreciate all the small little tweaks they made to modernize the game. For example, being able to shoot in all directions is kind of crucial nowadays. Samus's new melee attack is incredibly satisfying to execute. A lot of times I find myself waiting for the enemy to rush me instead of shooting it down myself because it just feels so good. I've heard that Metroid 2 is one of the more linear games in the series, and I definitely see a bit of that, but I don't think it really hampers my experience. I still feel enticed to explore every little nook and cranny of this planet and the map. Speaking of which, this game gives Samus what they call Aeon abilities, one of which is a scan pulse that reveals parts of the map, marks items on it, and even reveals sections of the environment that you can break to find some secrets. This is especially good for me because I have some completionist tendencies, so this new system makes it, more fun for me in general. It gives me a more pleasant experience. Now I know what you're thinking. Doesn't that remove all the fun in finding the secrets? And I would argue it doesn't. It removes the more monotonous part of finding what part of the map I can break and lets me focus on the more interesting part of getting through the obstacles after I find the hidden passageway. And boy, this game does not make that part easy. I wouldn't say it's a super difficult game, at least in the couple hours that I've played, but there has been some challenge that I found really satisfying. And not just in the obstacles, I'm talking about bosses too. Fighting some of these Metroids has made me die multiple times, but not in a frustrating way. Every time I come back to fight it again, I learn something, and I keep iterating on that until I finally beat it, and I'm very pleased with myself. I feel accomplished. My only real gripe with this game so far is that it's on the 3DS. I love the 3DS. The 3DS is a great little handheld, but its time has kind of passed, I think. We have the Switch. This game would be so amazing on the Switch. Imagine 2 analog sticks, one for movement and one for aiming. This way I don't have to stand in place to shoot. Like I said at the top of this video, this game is a blast. Get it? Blast. Arm cannon. Who knows, maybe down the road I get a little bit more frustrated with the combat and I start feeling a bit more down on it. But as of right now, it's some of the most fun I've had with a game in this later half of the year. I'm really excited to see this game through, and trust me, I'm going for 100%.